Yes, so good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning, all. So, very
Good
good
morning,
morning.
everyone.
Yes, so
So,
Raja sir, I think we are good to start with the session.
yes. Okay, fine. Okay, once again, very good morning to you all to meet you. So, thank you. Mm, okay, so before go for the session, just we can, what are the topics we have seen? So, till now, because of last 2 days, completely we were in the session. Is it audible for you guys? I'm speaking very slowly. So,
Yes.
Yes.
okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So, so last 2 days actually we have started with the Spring. So I told about what is the problem with Charlotte and JSP. Then started with the Spring and what are the content we have seen in the Spring. Okay. Normally, as a developer, very well, company or a corporate, they will always want to complete the work within the time maximum. They will try to reduce the time and employ, overall they apply their effort. Okay, so that's what uh, if you take any kind of software, it will be differ. If you take before 10 years, if you take any software before 10 years, it will have so many things, but now it will be reduced. It will have more features, but effort will be reduced as a developer. That's what Servlet and JSP, then Spring, now Spring Boot. Okay, so actually today topic is a Spring Boot. Within the Spring Boot, we are going to cover all the you know Spring MVC and JPA something. Okay, so actually yesterday, last 2 days completely, I have given so many codings. I think it's very difficult to to do the things. Anybody has done anything? Did you try anything yesterday or day before yesterday, guys? Okay, no problem. So, okay, whenever you have that time, just try to, complete all the thing. Yeah, fine. You may think that why he is talking because I want to settle now. That's what. Yeah, fine. We can go for the topic. Okay, what is Spring Boot? So normally C we are telling C++. So what is Spring Boot? Um, Almost everyone has some idea about a Spring Boot. What is Spring Boot? Why the name is Spring Boot? Nothing. Simply, actually, some extra features. What is the features actually? So many features will be there. Okay. So already I told that as a developer, I want to focus only the logic. Apart from that logic, so much of config will be there. Suppose if I want to deploy on server, I need to install Tomkit and so much of configuration, XML configuration, so many things will be there. Because normally a developer will always like to write the code only. They don't want to to do more config things. So we can say in another way, convention over configuration. Instead of I'm giving effort for all the configuration, I want to work with only development or okay convention. That is a main focus of the Spring Boot. Okay, so then you may think that what is the features in Spring? First, I will show an image. Actually, normally I need to I need to start with one by one PPT, but this is the right time to see that PPT. Actually, not this one. Before introduce, I will uh, show you on PPT. Can you able to see this PPT, guys? Actually, anyone can
Yes.
explain this PPT. Not explain, simply you can what you think, what is in your mind. You can because of you can easily fetch the info from this particular image. What is that? Sometime if it is more silence screen, I may thinking that whether it's audible or not. So I will minimize. Always see whether it's audible or not. So what is that? Anyone?
So like we want to configure server with our applications,
Sure.
and
Yes.
we don't want to write in XML file.
Yeah. Okay. But normally, absolutely correct, Jay. Actually, we have Spring, but what is Spring Boot? Normally, people will think that both are a different thing. No, same thing only, but Spring Boot has some extra features. Okay, the goal of the Spring Boot is main focus is it will reduce more complex code and whatever difficulties developer are facing, it will give the support. What is that? What all the thing in Spring also we are doing so many config. And suppose if it is any web development, we need to install Tomcat. Normally, okay, if you are working with the Servlet and JSP, you have to install Tomcat. Nowadays, different version will be there. Proper version we need to configure. Sometimes even if you are writing the code also, it is very difficult to get connection between connection with the Tomcat also. So much of things. So what is that? Anyhow, after developing these applications, developer is going to test. Then what is the need of installing for a simple testing purpose? When the project is going for the production, that's okay, fine. So they have some ready-made server will be there. Embedded mean actually when you are working with the Spring Boot itself, automatically Tomcat server will be there. If you give the proper dependency in the POM file, you can get the server. So I am working with the Spring only. Okay, there is no difference. Okay, I'm working with the Spring only, but additionally some embedded servers will be there and more features. POM file we are copying and pasting, but here actually when you creating the project itself, you can make the dependencies. If you are selecting, automatically it will download all the jar files from your internet first time. Okay, and another one thing is maximum. It's very difficult to see XML config because of if you take Spring, actually we have done so many XMLs, and even if you go for a Java config also, we have to maintain one file, but maximum it will avoid. So these are all the one part of advantages. So when you go for a Spring Boot, so much of advantages will be there. That's what nowadays in corporate it will be very strongest language because of we can suppose if you are using Servlet and JSP, if you are developing the project 1 month, within 5 days or 6 days we can complete. Yes, sir, it will provide so much of things. For example, mother is cooking. Actually, nobody is helping. Mother is cooking instead. The whole day she is preparing the vegetables, rice, everything. But how much of time it will take, energy and all the things. Suppose two, three guys are helping means their daughters. I mean, two, three guys are helping means one people will cut the vegetables, one people will ready the prepare the whatever cooking items, one people will handle other things. Mother is simply managing. That's it. Here, Spring Boot is like that only. Everything which will be taken there by Spring Boot. As a developer, we have to write small kind of code only. Okay, fine. I think got that some idea. But whatever I told that once you see the practicals, it's very easy to understand. Okay, fine. Actually, now I will come for PPT. So, okay, where is that? Okay, so day 3, whatever I told, so you can see that these are all the main advantages. Okay, so it's Spring is a Java-based framework only. It will simplify our development. Okay, I told that convention over configuration. Okay, there is no very big level configuration. More logic only we have to focus. Okay, we can say it's a minimizing boilerplate code. Boilerplate code, nothing but it's repeating of code, more code. Okay, so and also it will provide the ready-made server, Tomcat, Jetty, and Under2. So normally when you go for a web development, people are working with Tomcat only, but so many servers will be there. And another very important thing is auto configurations. Okay, auto configuration means Spring we are doing, but we have to focus always. We have to follow the versions and other things. But here it's no need to worry. If you just inform automatically, it will adjust. It will manage the depend upon your project structure. It will get all the jobs from internet. Okay, and not only for auto config, project setup, development, so many things. Okay, so you can see easy development, no war file deployment. And another one thing is here, whether it's a web application or a normal application, anything, we have to run like, how you are writing, how you are compile in our normal core Java program. Same way you have to, compile and run. Okay, no XML, less code, only easy start, everything. And they have some community also. If you see, sometimes if you open the Spring website also, developers will share their idea. Always it will provide the new features of the Spring Boot. So many things will be there. So this is a picture actually. Yeah, I also. Okay, fine. Now, how the actually how can I work with the Spring Boot? Okay, this is a picture actually. This is a picture for when you go for creating any small web development or any kind of project. You need to follow this one because of when we are working with a small code, that's okay. But when you work with a big enterprises level project, we have to keep the modules, properly. If it is a logic mean, I have to keep all things in the business layer. If I am showing something to my client, I have to keep in the presentation. Okay. If I want to store something, I want you can keep the database. Or if I'm writing some logic for my database store, that is a persistence. Okay. So that's it. So this is actually working flow, how it's working. But one thing, actually, now I will go for Spring MVC, same flow only. Actually, Spring MVC. Then we can, do some coding with the Spring Boot. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Till now, I didn't touch the coding or anything, but I think at least you got some idea about, Spring Boot. Okay. Fine. Now we can go for the coding. Yeah. Okay. Listen, this is one software, Spring Tool Shooter. It's not a very big difference, with the Eclipse. Same. Okay, you can easily download from internet. If you're simply writing STS download, you can get it. So this tool mainly for creating the Spring applications. Okay, so by using these tools, it's very easy to create applications, and also it will be very easy for Eclipse. Very basic level when you work with the core Spring, that's okay for practicing. But some professional level, if you want to create something very quickly and with proper support, this is the best software, STS. This is one way. Another way is there, you can use the Spring Initializer. Okay, so this is another one way. Two ways there. Okay, how will you create the project? Actually, you have to create like this, file, new. So Spring Starter project. Okay. I think today I have shared the screen. Last 2 days I forget, so that's what I have shared very first time. Yeah, actually, previously we have to create Maven and all the thing. We have to config. Here nothing is there automatically. You can see so much of text box is here. This is actually when you create in the project itself, it will refer this particular website. So whenever you work with the Spring Boot, you always you have to be you have to on your internet. Okay, that's what it's very easy to getting dependencies from internet. Okay, fine. I want to give one name for my Spring project. Okay, so what is the name? Any name you can give. So 111. Okay, so any name. So yes, boot. Any name you can give for understanding. I'm giving S boot. Okay, demo. Fine. So here, actually, very well, whatever project we are working for Spring and Spring Boot, we need more dependencies. Already I told about Maven, so much of content. Maven is a responsible person, provide the proper structure and getting the dependencies, maintaining the life cycle, all the thing. He is a responsible person. So I need to select Maven. Actually, if you are completing the Maven, other kind of, built-in software is there, Cradle and all the thing. But better you can go for Maven. Okay, Maven. Here we are going to develop sometime when you are creating web, normal core Java things. That's okay, jar. But here, we are going to create some web app. Okay, var. Okay, and language is Java. So suppose if you are developing Kotlin, you can go for other things. Here, actually, I have installed 17. I think 17 or 19. So I can able to see 17 and 21. Okay, so I want to select this one, but the earliest version I know. So if you see here, actually earliest version, it will contain 8, 9, 11 like that. But here I'm selecting the version. Okay, so group ID very well, so you can give any name. So I'm giving EduNet. Okay, so artifact ID, it's application name. Okay, fine. Description, if you want to give any details about your app, you can give. So I don't want to give anything. That's it. And now I want to click next. Just see, some magic will be there. Okay, I'm clicking next. Okay, what I did actually here, you can select all the versions. Okay, but now I want to work with the 3.0. So these are all the previous versions. Snapshot, nothing but still they are, doing some config. Better you can select like this. Okay. Here, these are all dependencies. Okay. No need to go for copy and paste. So previously, when we are working with the Spring, we have copied some dependencies in the POM file, but here no need. So I can directly, make it. So I want to click this one, Spring Web. So I want to create small web. So you can click like this, next. Yeah, fine. So you can select anything, so depend upon your requirement. Suppose if I want to work with the database connection, you can select MySQL, Spring Data, JPA, so many things will be there. Okay. So I have selected a Spring Web. Then you can click next. Then I need to click finish. If you see here in this particular thing, import getting started content. So almost 79%, it's a download of the content. That's okay. It's we got the content. If you see here, 111 Spring Boot demo. Okay, can you able to see, guys? Until now, can you able to catch my points? Good. So, okay, fine. So, I want to tell clearly, for Spring, we have so much of config. Sometimes some of the difficulties will be there, but here it's very easy. Once you create one or two applications, you can easily create a website easily. You can, do all the things within the time limit. Okay, fine. Okay, so I have created. What is the structure here? Whatever Java files you want to create, like servlet or any kind of Java related things, you have to keep here. Because of when I creating the project itself, I have given the package name and all the thing. Okay, fine. This is the artifact ID. This is a group ID. Okay, group ID nothing but it's a package. Here actually I'm working with the version 17, so it will provide two files. No need to consider about this file. Okay, because of this version only, it's providing alias version. Only we have this file only. So if you open these applications, we have predefined class will be there. Okay, we have predefined class will be there. You know very well. Actually, we have used some annotations here after. Actually, instead of just XML config, maximum we will use more annotation. Maximum we will use more annotation. What is annotation? Annotation nothing but it's a metadata. Okay, metadata nothing but something I want to work. Okay, I need some symbols. Okay, if I see the symbol, I will do like this, like the way only. Suppose here I want to work with the Spring Boot application. Actually, when I start this, compile automatically, it will the control is coming here. It will create, it will do the process of Spring Boot application. Actually, this annotation having combination of configurations and three things. Okay, I will provide another document for detail. What all the annotation will be there. Here, how you are working with the Java file, same thing. Okay, when we have main method and also we are having one method run. What is that run? Nothing but this main in this particular run method, the main role of this run method is whatever dependencies you have done here. Actually, whatever dependencies, whatever the structure here. Because if you see here, when I'm creating the project, just I have ticked the checkbox. That's it. I unable to. I didn't paste any kind of dependencies here. But ALS, when I work with the Spring, you have to copy and paste like this. But here I didn't do anything. Okay, automatically it will be created. I have selected only web, but automatically, if you are selecting web in our project creation, so it will contain two dependency. Because web means we are web development. So anyhow, we need server. So it will provide automatic, jar file for Tomcat. Okay. This one for testing purpose. Okay. These are all the dependencies will be there. But later part, another question is, sir, is suppose if I want to work with, other dependencies, is it possible? Yeah, you can directly copy here. You can directly copy here. Then you can click save. Automatically it will be downloaded. Where can I see? You can see here, same thing here. For small, for small web dependencies, how much of jar files is there? Suppose if the Spring Boot is not there, what kind of difficulties we are having? Because you have to download these jar files manually, or you have to keep the version properly. Anything missing, it will not support. Okay, fine. Now, okay, you talked about all the things. Okay, the main work of this particular application is setting all the dependencies, jar files, everything. So this is a main file. Whatever module you are creating, whatever things you are creating inside this particular project, finally, this is a main. Okay, how you are working with the core Java. Okay, even if you are developing the web application, you have to run like a core Java program. You have to compile the main program. So how to compile? So right click, we have different options. You can run as Java applications, or you can select a Spring Boot app. Both are same only. Okay. Spring Boot, nothing but it's a Java only. So you can select both. So I want to run. I click. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay. Can you able to see, guys? I'm doing very slowly because of this is very big difficulties. Normally, when you start with the Spring Boot, sometimes people will not know about how to create. Okay. So how will you confirm whether you are creating properly or not? You have to see last two lines like this. Okay. So I have created, this group package. Okay. So actually my web app is started with this port. If you see here, this is a default 8080. Okay. Tomcat default port number. And, my application is started. Now it's a running. Okay. You can see this line. If you see this line, okay, you can confirm that your app is working fine. Okay, your app is working fine. Can you able to see, guys? Okay, fine. So now actually, okay. So another question is, sir, here port is 8080. Suppose if I want to change the port, what is that? Here, actually, we have another folder, SRC main resources. This is very important file because of whatever we have done in our XML. Okay, so for database connection, what are the config? So here we can inform. Okay, suppose if we want to create, MySQL connection, you have to give the details about what is a port, username, and password. Okay, here I want to work with the Tomcat port. Already port is 8080, but I don't want to work. I want to work with another port. Server dot port. Okay, so I'm giving like this. 9000. Fine. Control save. So now actually what I'm doing, I will, if I want to close the app, okay, you have to click like this. I stopped. Okay. So here after I click the stop, you can see application shutdown requested. Okay. Then you can confirm that you just stopped your applications. Okay. Now, actually I have given. So whenever you made any changes, you have to restart here. Okay, whenever you made any changes, you have to restart. Whether if you are adding any dependencies in the POM file, if you are adding anything from other thing, if you are click Control S, saving anything, you have to restart. Okay, we have another one way without restarting, automatically it will restart. We have Spring Dev tools. Later I will show you. But here now I have stopped that particular my app. Once again, I want to start. So there are two way you can right click like this, or if you are thinking that more time we are spending means directly you can click this. So you have to select this file. Okay, then you can click like this. I want to run this file. Yeah, yeah, same process only. But if you see here now, actually, port 9000 is there. Previously, my app is working with the 8000. Now it's a 9000 will be there. Okay, fine. Okay, so how can I write the code? Actually, I told that we can write the code here. Okay, how can I write the code? We can write the code here. Okay, how can I, suppose if I want to make any request, how will you do? Okay, fine. So we can do actually first before go for this thing. Actually, we will give small, small. I want to give some examples for Spring MVC. Okay, then we can go for further step. Okay, data JPA. Because of Spring MVC, it's the earliest one only. But nowadays, people are working with the REST API only. What is REST API? Later I will tell. But we will do small example. Fine. What is that? Spring MVC. Okay, what is Spring MVC? Anyone? What is Spring MVC? So can you get my voice? I'm not asking question, not a strict teacher. Simply I'm asking. If you're having any idea, just tell to me. I will tell. What is Spring MVC? What is MVC? We have used this MVC in our Servlet and JSP code also. What is MVC? Any response? Yeah, model.
It's like a
View.
model view controller.
Absolutely correct. Both Uma ma'am and others both are correct answers only. So model view controller. So no need to explain more. Model, just a minute. Model nothing but actually. So here I will show the on image, then you will understand. Instead of go for this particular, actually this is the real working flow of the Spring MVC. So simply I will open the whiteboard, then I will come here. Okay. We have some here, it's a bit of different. That's what I'm trying. Don't think that in servlet and JSP, that's okay, fine. But here, bit of differ. Okay. Some extra servlet will be there. Okay. What is that? So model, very well. Model nothing but here we are working with the component only. I mean Java only. So if you take any classes, suppose if I am creating one employee model, that is on model. I can say it's a employee classes. Okay, fine. Okay, this is normally one model. This employee class will contain two things. Okay, what is that? ID and name. Yeah, ID and name. Fine. This is a model. Okay, those who want to work with this particular project want to create employee object. This is a model. Suppose if I want to get some, if I want to get something from some other value, how can I say? Suppose if I want to go for one tailor shop, I want to see how they were stitching. They will have some model. This is the model. I will maintain this model like the way. Okay, this is the model. What is controller? Here, controller nothing but everything. Here it's a completely we are working with websites. So client will make so many requests. So whatever request we are giving to our code business logic, some person has to handle. Okay, that is controller. Okay, controller nothing but whatever we are requesting. Whenever you work with the website, whatever request you make, that request someone has to handle this particular request. They will process. Finally, they have to give the response. Okay. So as usual, okay, it's a controller. This is I can say controller. Then you can ask what is controller, sir, in our coding. Controller nothing but we will write separate code for handling all the API. Here we have to say it's not a URL API. API means whenever user is clicking, some URL will go here. This controller will process. Okay. Finally, it will provide one view. Okay. This is a basic level MVC. Okay. The view nothing but actually here, after processing, suppose I want to get some employee details. Okay. A client is, asking something. So suppose consider this is client. Okay. He's working with the one website, employee management. Okay. He's making some request. Okay. This is the model. Actually, this is the model. This is, controller. Fine. So our app actually, when the client is making a request to the controller, controller will communicate with the model what kind of prototype is here. Then it will work with the proper, database also. Finally, it will provide the response to the client. Okay. Finally, it will provide a response to the client. So this is actually model view controller. Because of some people will know, some people will very new. That's what I am explaining this one. Okay, how can I achieve this in Spring MVC? What is the difference? Okay, so now I will go for this particular PPT. You see here, actually same process only, but here directly if I connect with the controller, we have, in between we have one controller, another one controller. Actually, before I go for controller, we have another one. Suppose if you want to go for film, before you want to, if you want to, I mean, before you go for the seat, actually you have to meet one person. The person will, just you will check the ticket. Now, like the way this is a dispatcher servlet. Okay, whatever request you are giving, this dispatcher servlet will process the request. Once if it is a proper request, then it will forward to controller. Okay, then the controller, actually controller, what is the role of this controller? Actually, anyhow, suppose if I am working with the employee classes, I need to provide some object to the client. Okay, so it will connect with, we will create one object, model and view. This model and view nothing but actually this model, it will connect with the Pojo classes. It will create the object. Finally, actually, suppose if I want to display on employee details, mean I need to make view nothing but once again it will come for user interface only. But what view? Because of there are different type of view will be there. I can display like a HTML file or JSP file or anything. But what view? So we have to to do small config in XML view resolver. View resolver mean I'm going to sending some response to the user. I'm going to give some employee object, but this employee object I want to display with JSP file. You have to inform here which package I want to scan, okay, which file, okay, so you have to inform. So this handler mapping nothing but so much of request will be there. This handler mapping will handle all the request. It will give the support for dispatcher servlet communicate with the controller. That's it. Very simple thing only. Don't confuse. Once we go for the coding, you can easily understand. But first I will do small coding. How can I give the request? How the controller is processing? Later part I will add the model and view. Okay, got it? Okay, fine. Okay, sir. Now the time is half an hour and 35 minutes we have taken. Still now theoretically we are doing a lot of things because of our understanding how to write the coding, sir. I have created. Fine. I want to stop this server. Okay, I'm not running now. Fine. So here this is the coding. This is the final. When I complete up my other files, then only I need to start this application. But until there is no work here, so I want to create one controller. Consider that now there is no client. Later part I will do that. Some HTML file for you for user interaction. I will create some form. But here actually I want to create one controller. Okay. So anyhow, we have to create one controller. How can I create? So I'm create controller nothing but normal Java class. Okay, I will give one name. So hello controller. Okay, any name you can give. Yeah, fine. So finish. Okay, I have given the name. Okay, you are telling that it's a controller. It's looking like a normal Java class. How will you say it's a controller? Because of here so much of annotation Spring Boot will provide. We have one annotation. So like controller. If you don't want to write full thing, just click control space. Okay. Then if you are clicking control space, automatically you can see the list of annotation will be there. So just you can click. So I need to get this particular annotation. Annotation nothing but metadata. What is the role of this metadata? It will provide the proper support. What kind of files you need. It will import the corresponding things. It will it will tell to you your class is a controller. That's it. Okay. So now I can say that my class is a controller. Okay, fine. Now I want to client is simply type localhost 8080 URL will come. Okay, my controller has to handle. But how the controller will know this is a URL? So I will write first one method public void. Okay, hello. Simply I'm writing hello. But this method actually how the controller will know. So we have different annotation will be there. Whatever API is coming, I need to map that particular API to this method. Understand? This is very important. What the URL is coming from the client, I need to map. Okay. Suppose here I am giving like this. Very, very important. This particular things, local host like this I'm giving. Hello means I need to inform. This is the URL pattern. Okay. I need to map. How will you map in the servlet? Now you will write the config in the servlet. Same thing you have to write the config, but here no need to go for XML. Simply I can mention. So you can follow some annotation request mapping, or you can use a get mapping, but here you can use a request mapping. Okay. Then you have to write here, hey man, client is giving some URL. You are the controller. You need to handle this particular request. How to handle? So I'm giving like this. Hello, fine. Okay. Now just I'm writing for understanding. Later I will print in our browser. Okay. Sys out system.out println. Hello friends. Okay. ENTS. Okay. Okay, fine. Now what I will do, so I want to run. Okay, nothing, I didn't do anything. So here I have added port because of default port is 8080. I have created one controller. Okay, So later part, I will create one form for user interaction. So in this controller, I have written the name of the class, class hello controller. Then I added one annotation and I have given a request mapping. That's it. Now I want to run. Okay, fine. How will you run? So simply you can run this file. Okay, so I want to run. Before that, just you can check it, whether application is running or not. It's not running. Now I want to restart, relaunch my application. Okay, there is no error. Okay, so here if you see here, port is running on 900. Fine. Now I will come here. You can take BSF. I'm working with Spring Boot. I simply write. Now it's showing that slash error. What is that? Actually, unable to see this particular thing. Then you have to come here. Just you see that actually what is the proper thing. So just you can see here. Circular view path routed back to current handler URL hello again. Okay, so actually the thing is because of this error is helpful for you. Hey man, you are working with the controller, but controller doesn't know, how to, what is a because of I'm working with the Spring MVC. What about dispatcher servlet? What about internet resolver? Here, if you see this picture now, we need to mention. We forget. Okay, so actually we have to mention this one. What is your view resolver? And what about your dispatcher servlet? Because of I'm giving the request localhost 8080/hello. But what about this dispatcher servlet? We have written the controller, but we need to tell about dispatcher servlet now. So you may think that so we need to write the code for dispatcher servlet. No, already the class is written, but we can do small config. Okay, we can do small config. What is a config? So simply how you are written in the previous XML. Now this is you need to write XML for here. So you have to go here main web app. Just you can write here. You have to write two files. One is web.xml and another one is spring.xml. We have written same thing, but later these files are not needed when you go for REST API. Okay, you may thinking that here also you are doing configuration, not like that. It's a Spring MVC. Okay, for dispatcher servlet we are writing this config, but later part. Okay, I mean work with the REST API. It's not possible to see any XML file. Okay, so here I do not waste the time. Just I will keep get from here. Okay, so just I can get from here two files, but better don't copy. Actually, sometimes some mismatch will be there. Okay, so here I have already created. So like this. Okay, so you can keep this file. Okay, so I want to keep. So fine. Yeah. Okay, no problem. So. So web INF folder is here. You can see here. Actually, we have only web pub, so you can directly copy. So you have to create like this. You have to create this folder. So and you have to create any name you can give. I'm displaying JSP pages, so I have written JSP folder. Inside you need to create a file. Okay. So just I will copy and don't worry. Or you can directly you can create it. But this thing we have yesterday we have already done. So I will copy here. Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay, so here so much of files will be there. I will remove all the file because of no need. We are working with, so I will remove. Okay, I will, here I have, I kept on file. Hi friends, welcome. Okay, this is a, normal way. Oh, I have deleted here. Okay, no problem. So sorry. It will take some time, don't worry. So I will complete. Because of this file will useful for later. So yeah, I will keep here. Unfortunately, I deleted here. No matter. Okay. So unnecessary files I will delete here. This is the project we are working now. So okay, okay. sometime it will happen. So when you open different things, it will happen. So be careful. Okay, I will minimize. Okay, now what is the need of opening here? So if you see here, actually same program I have written here. So same program, but now without seeing, I will try to run. Okay, fine. So here just you close all the thing. Okay, what is the problem? Actually here I anyhow I have written the hello controller, but unable to write the unable to map this particular method. Okay, what is the real problem of this one? Okay, so just actually once again I will run. I will open just before that. Actually, it's a running. This app is running. I want to stop. Now I want to run once again. Okay, so same thing. So once again I want to run. Yeah, actually it's working, but we need to check. Okay, okay, fine. Now I'm once again I'm giving. Still we are getting the error. Okay, so type internal server error status 500. So just we can see what is the error. Yes, actually the result is unspecified view. We are not specifying due to default view name generation. Actually, this error is happened previous itself. We can clear now. So I will take some time, but we can clear. Here the thing is actually yeah, I know very well before the error also I know very well. But here actually I have written. But what about the view location? Because of I kept this file here, JSP file and hello.jsp, but we need to mention here, then only it will give the proper view of our JSP file. So listen, we have created that controller will getting I mean whatever URL is client is giving, it will process. But I know before the controller here in Spring MVC we have dispatcher servlet. So I'm giving the config for dispatcher servlet here. This is the dispatcher servlet. So already this this is a predefined classes, so no need to write ourselves. So when the application starting itself, it has to be load. Okay, fine. Okay, then actually we need to this dispatcher servlet has to connect with the hello controller. But problem is here. Okay, what is the problem? I have written controller, but unfortunately unable to map. Okay, so I am giving slash hello, but unfortunately unable to map. But the problem is actually this is Spring MVC. If you are working with the REST controller, it's no need to config more view things, because of which automatically it will provide the support for JSON, JSP, everything. But when you work with the controller, we have two annotation, controller and REST controller. But when you work with that controller, we have to inform more for our what kind of view files you are using. So we have to create this folder, we have to write this folder, we have to mention. Okay, that's what it's unable to find these particular things. Okay, I will try to give rest. What will happen? Okay, you can okay, fine. So okay, yeah, you can just you can close all the files. Sometimes you don't know which file you are working, so you can close all the file. I want to run my application. Before that, I want to stop. Okay, fine. Now I want to work. Still it's error. Now it's there is no error. Can you able to see, guys? There is no error. Actually, sometime it will run, but when we getting the error, for me also bit of stress will be there. But once we, but in this error we have done so many things, but now there is no error. But unable to view any content. I know, but there is no error. This is the big thing. If you are getting white label means unable to find this particular pages. Okay, but there is no error. Can anyone tell if you are working with the Spring MVC, where is this particular method? Actually, hello controller. Can you able to see where I can see this content? it's not possible to answer for other people. Those who already working with the Spring MVC, they will tell. Where I can see this hello friends, anyone?
On the console.
Yes, because of even if I am configured for JSP, I am using the system.out.println. So it will provide the content in the console only, not a web page. Then how can I print the web page? First, we can see whether it's printing or not. Actually, here I have written. So client is coming slash hello. So it will map this particular controller will map this particular URL to this method. Okay. If the person is giving slash hello, you have to execute this hello method. Okay. But when we are executing, we are printing like this, not calling JSP page. Okay. So like this. Yeah. If you see here, sorry, in console, if you see here, actually console, hello friends. Anyhow, I can work with the controller. I can get it in the console. How can I get it in the web page, JSP pages? So nothing. Simply, actually, because of I'm using the word REST. Actually, REST means there is no difficulties for printing the content. Okay, but when you work with the controller, you have to mention. That's what we are getting the error. It's not printing in our console. Okay. Now, okay, so I will do. Okay, so what I'm doing, anyhow, I don't want to print this thing in my console. I want to print in browser. Okay, so I want to return. Okay, I want to return the one string. Okay, I want to return one string. So what file you are maintaining in our JSP folder, you can write the same thing, not JSP. Just I can write like this. Okay, but we are getting error because of return type is void. So what I'm doing, I will change. Okay, string. Yeah. Okay. Now there is no error. Then what is a real working thing? Because of when the controller is fetching, I mean controller is mapping this slash hello URL to method, automatically it will return one string. But what is that? Why it's written in the string? We can go for the PPT. Actually, if it's written in the string, that string will come where? Anyone? View resolver. Actually, this controller will provide only this view resolver. Hello string will come, but later this view resolver will add .jsp. Understand what I'm trying to say? Later it will add .jsp. That's what actually I have given the config here. Actually, I missed the config here. I will copy here. So I need to inform. Hey, actually here we are working with the Spring MVC. So it will controller will return one string, but the controller is written in the string. Actually, you need to add this extension. Okay, what is the prefix? So I'm telling to my controller. So view resolver, you have to go for this particular path. Okay, slash web.inf and JSP. Then suffix is whatever file you are keeping here that will contain .jsp. Okay, I'm informing. Okay, that's it. Just I'm informing. Now, okay, so now I can run. Okay, so here now I can run. So, okay. So I have configured. Just I'm telling that I'm working with a view. My view, which is available, all the JSP page available in this particular folder, it will contain the extension .jsp file. For small program, I have taken so much of time because of if you complete this program, it will be very easy. So once again, I will run. Yeah, because I forgot to close that server, so I stopped. So I want to rerun. So whenever you made any changes, you have to terminate. Then you have to start. Yeah. Yes, it's a started, but the challenge is whether it will return anything or not. So once again, I want to give, but still we are getting the error. Okay. So type not found status 404. So when actually, it's whenever you are getting error, it will be challenging for you. But you can learn so much of things here. Actually, it will reference is correct, but unable to find hello.jsp. So what is the problem of this one? Okay, we can see. So one by one we can see. Yeah, yeah, we have written here properly. Here also it's a properly. Okay, so and then what is the problem? So you can okay. So slash hello request mapping slash hello means just I'm returning same hello. So then it will go for here. So inside the JSP folder. So yeah, same thing only, but okay. So is there any other additional dependencies we have to check? So anything additionally we have added or not? So I will take this dependency Jasper. So actually it will Jasper nothing, but whenever you displaying this JSP page, it will provide the support. So I want to keep here for my file. First time it's a bit of challenging for you because of the later part it will be very easy for you. Don't think too much of think how much of difficulty is there. Not like that. First time when you are configuring, particularly the Spring MVC only, but when you work with the REST API, it's very easy for you. So I will do. Okay, I will stop and I will run now. Yes. So for a small program also, can you able to see guys? So we got it. Hi friends, welcome. Hi friends, welcome. Actually, I'm returning the string here. So just I'm returning like hello only. My controller will return hello only. But we have one component, internet view resolver. Actually, this is a person solve our view problem. What is our view things? I want to display JSP pages. So just I'm informing here. Actually, informing here. Where is that? So here actually, when you work with a normal Spring in Eclipse, you have to maintain more here, but that is much difficulties. That's what I have. Just I'm not adding here. So, but I have whatever configuration for my internet view resolver, I configured here. What is that? You need to refer this folder. In this folder, I kept so many .jsp file. You can keep because of you have the string hello, then you can add hello.jsp, then you can print. That's it. Okay. So now I can able to print. Okay. Actually, this is Spring MVC. Okay. Think that actually for normal small pages, I need to put very correctly when you work with the controller. But when you work with the REST API, no problem will be there. It's a very easy for you. Okay. Till now you got it. For small program, almost nearly 1 hour. No matter because of anything, all the thing we have covered. What is dispatcher servlet? In web.xml, we configured for dispatcher servlet. Even if you are giving localhost 809000 slash hello means it will not directly, it will not go for controller. So dispatcher servlet will handle this request. Then it will, provide this particular, request to controller. Controller, what will do? It will execute one method. That method will return hello string. That hello string which will go for this view resolver. Okay. Then view resolver, the work of this view resolver, it will go for the proper folder webinf, and it will add the JSP.jsp. Finally, it will provide. Okay. Once again, it will come for dispatcher. Finally, we are getting hi friends. Okay. So until now you got it. So maybe some of the difficulties is there because of normally error has to be. I can run directly, I can run direct code, but normally 1 or 2 errors happen. So it's very easy for you to understand also. So until now you got the idea, guys. Any response? Okay, thank you. So maybe a small program we have taken listen. Spring also we have done the same thing. Small program we have taken so much of time because of, once you thorough with the base, it's very easy for remaining thing. Okay. Okay, fine. Now you know about Spring MVC. model and view on controller. This is basic level Spring MVC. But when you go for Spring MVC, we have so much of component. Model, view, controller is here, but controller, instead of direct connect with the controller, one of the person is here, handling all the requests. Front controller, I can say it's a front controller. Name is a dispatcher servlet. Then dispatcher servlet will give that URL thing to controller. Okay, controller will process our request slash hello localhost 9000 slash hello. It will process the request. It will execute the method. Finally, this method will return one string. So controller will connect with internet view resolver. This view resolver finally we have one string hello that it will add .jsp. Finally, it will fetch the file. Okay, hello.jsp. Finally, view will display hello.jsp. So we are getting like hi friends. Okay, fine. Okay, next question is, sir, okay, directly you are displaying the content. How can I get the data from the user? Another question. Okay, that's okay. How can I get the data from the user? This is okay, but anyhow, you have created controller, you have set application.properties file, everything you've done. For dispatcher servlet, you configured because of this file is not written ourselves. This file is written for already Spring team. Just I need to get the reference. That's it. But what about the form? How to create get the data from the user? We can complete this program, then I will give the break. So another one code I have written here. So now I don't want to create again and again. I have taken so much of time to create one folder for your understanding. The same thing, almost same. So here, so actually this is one code. Okay, here if you see here, another demo. This demo is enough for you for Spring MVC. Okay, same program, same code only, but this time when the user is giving slash hello mean, okay, what will happen? Actually, the thing is, suppose if you are not giving anything, it will, go for that particular JSP folder we kept where we kept. You can see here. So if you see here, actually, this is the JSP file. We have index.jsp. Okay, we have index.jsp. So the thing is actually, I want to, I want to get something from my user. Okay, how can I get it? So the motto of this program is we need to get one name from the user, then we need to display. ALS program directly I'm printing, but here not like that. I want to get some content from the user. Okay, so just I will run. So this is applications. Oh, I want to run. So before that, I need to stop the server. Okay, fine. I need to run. So I will open. Just I need to run like this. Yeah. So Spring Boot app or Java app. Okay, fine. Yeah, it's application started. But one thing you need to confirm, what is a port? So if you want to get the clear idea, you can go for this file. This is a property file. We'll have all the details, same config only. So we kept all the JSP file here. And this is the port number. That's it, enough. Okay, and here I have written the code. Here the thing is actually I am using this annotation, rest controller or controller. Okay, rest controller. Okay, when the user is giving slash hello, what will happen? It will automatically, this class will map this particular URL to this method. But in this method we have done something extra things. Okay, first I will run, then you will understand. Okay, fine. So already we have started in the which port 9000. So simply I will type okay, I will just already you have written, so you can type like this. Here the thing is, I didn't give a slash hello anything. Even if I give 9000 also, it will get the index file. Okay, so just like this. So actually I have given this particular localhost 9000, or I can give like this. Okay, slash hello. Both are almost same. So sorry, actually we need to submit here. So I will submit one name and I'm clicking this submit. Okay, now actually I'm getting this URL slash hello with my parameter. Sachin, I have submitted the parameter. Okay, how it's possible? Because of, if you see here, ALS part, you have written the code. Actually, what is if you are written in that servlet and JSP, what is a welcome file index we will keep now. So like the way I kept here. So the thing is, one thing I have added very newly. what is that? Whenever when I work with this particular application, so first control will go here. So it will see the process. Okay, so first it will call the dispatcher servlet. Okay, this dispatcher will servlet. Okay, it will, what is a URL? This is the slash is a URL. Then immediately it will open this particular index.jsp file. Okay. Now we will get this particular content in the browser. Welcome to Spring MVC. So I have created on form with the action. Okay. What is a form? So here, if you see here, once again, I will not running. So actually this is a, form we are getting. So whenever user giving empty URL, we are, we will fetch the index.jsp file. Now user will give some data. I'm giving like, name Sachin. I'm clicking the submit button. If you see here, my URL is changing. Previously it's a slash only empty URL, but now slash hello. But these are all query string. So I can say these are all query string with a parameter. So I kept on, my name equal to Sachin. Okay, where it is actually, if you see here, actually I kept the, name. You know how to write that, HTML file JSP. So I'm getting the user type is a text. So this is the name, my name. So finally I have created submit. Okay, so yeah, user is clicking the button submit. It will call, what is the action, nothing but what is the source file. It will call the source file. But here also actually I'm telling only hello, whether hello.html or hello.jsp or, nothing, no. Then what will happen? So when the request is going to slash hello mean, so immediately now the controller will take the responsibility because of dispatcher servlet process the empty URL, it will return slash hello. Fine. When the user is, automatically slash hello means, then it will, we need to get the parameter because of, if you see this particular URL, not only for slash hello, we have one parameter. Anyone can say what is a parameter? What is a parameter here? What is a parameter? Actually, slash hello is there, but actually we are sending one parameter. The user is filling the form. We are sending one parameter. What is the parameter name here? Anyone? So can you, is it audible, guys? Sometime I will think that, is it audible? Audible, no matter, I will tell, but I need to check whether it's audible or not. Okay, fine. Actually, ma'am, Mari is a problem. So no matter. Here, if you see here, the parameter is, one name, Sachin. The way, the text variable is my name. I need to get this particular content into my controller classes. So here I have, written one method like this. Whenever user is giving slash hello, actually some other parameter will be there. My name will be there. So I am writing like a public model and view, nothing but it's one default object. So predefined object, don't worry. Okay, here this is the method name. But this time actually I am using one, annotation at request param. At request param, nothing but what parameter in our URL having. So I need to fetch. Okay, because of we know slash hello in URL we have one parameter. What is a parameter? My name. Okay, I need to fetch this parameter. To fetch this parameter, we are requesting. I need to get the parameter from the URL. So I'm informing the variable name and I'm assigning this value to this particular name string. Because of that is a HTML text, but I need to create one variable name. I'm assigning my name, I mean Sachin to Sachin. The value of the my name is the Sachin to this variable. And this time, actually, I need to print because of I need to print, I need to view some content to my JSP pages. Because of I'm not directly printing. User is send that name. I have stored my name into particularly this object. I need to store this object. I need to store. Actually, I have created on empty object, but this object providing actually some method. Okay, what is a method? We have one method add object. Add object nothing but actually we have one name variable now. In this name variable we have the value Sachin. Okay, so actually we have the value like Sachin. So I need, it's a key value pair. Okay, I here this value will be here. It will be added into this particular name. Finally, I'm telling that okay. Anyhow, I need to return this particular model and view but the view name is actually I'm telling set view name is view. Okay, set view name is view. Here because of here I'm setting. I have created a model and view object, but what is the view name? View name is I need to call view.jsp. So simply I'm telling view. Previously we are returning return string hello, but here I want to return the whole object, this model and view object. I have set that one value name. I have added this object. Then I need to return view. So I have created two things here. Consider my name is a model. Listen, my name is a model and view is nothing but small view string. Okay, fine. It's very very important because of nobody nowadays I will draw. So sometime if your drawing will help you, this is the object I have created inside my controller. What is that? Model and view. Fine. Okay, so model and view object, but inside this model object, view object, I have set it, what is that? Two things I have added. One is I have assigning the name equal to Sachin. Okay. Okay. Another one thing is I'm returning on the string also view. So whole thing I can say it's a model and view object. Okay. Now I need to return. I need to return this model and view object to whom? Anyone? I have created this object. Okay. I have created this object. I need to return this model and view object to whom? Anyone? To whom? Tell me your whom. You got my point? Hello? Yeah, I know Jitendra will give the proper answer. Nothing, Jitendra. Actually, here, if you see this code, actually, I have created an object. The name of the object is model and view. I'm using this return type is a model and view. But anyhow, when the user is filling the form, actually, it will be like that slash hello with the one value. Okay, my name. My name contains such in value. But I need to get this parameter into my particular, method inside method. So I'm using one variable name and this is one empty object. In this object only I need to add this particular name. So what I'm doing, I'm creating one object. I'm calling one method add object. So we have Sachin stored in my name. So I need to actually Sachin will be stored in the name. So I need to add now. So I'm using one key. So I'm adding this value. Okay. And also I need to inform what is my view file name. So I am calling another method set view name. This is a method name view. Okay. Finally, if you see here, this object is ready. Model and view object is ready. That's what I draw here for your understanding. Okay. So this object is ready. Model and view inside name value variable is there. Such in value is there. One string will be there for view, and the name is view. I mean view.jsp. Now the question is where it will go. Actually, we have created object. I am returning this object. Who is handling this object? Okay, if you see this diagram, you will understand whether it's a controller or view resolver or view. Actually, we have view resolver. I have given the clue also. You can tell now. Already, almost I told the answer also. Yeah. Okay, I don't want to take more time. Actually, controller finally, anyhow, controllers will return the content. But when you are creating model and view object, you need to give this model and view object to view and resolver. Okay, understand? Previous program we are returning simply string, but this program we have returning model and view object. So model and view object actually it will go for view resolver. Okay, where is the view resolver? Consider that this is the view resolver. Okay, it will go for this proper folder within the JSP file. Okay, so and actually we are calling inside. If you take here in this particular model and view, we set at the view file name is a view, so it will refer directly here. Okay, so here I am simply welcome. This is actually JSTL. When you work with the servlet and JSP, you can use it. we are using some expression. I need to print the value of this particular variable name. So that's what I'm getting. Welcome, Sachin. Okay. So now I can say, okay, after that, if I run like, like this, so any name I can give. So something Jitender. Yeah, welcome Jitender. So this is small form because of for small form also so many things. I know how I can create one registration form, but so much of code I need to write. Some confusion will be that. That's what I kept a small code. How to get one name from the user. So now you understand. Okay, this is enough for you. Spring MVC because of nowadays people are working with the completely REST API only, but this is enough for you. Okay, so because of in REST API. I'm telling very clearly, no need to write this kind of config. Actually, no need to write web in a folder, JSP. Nothing will be there. There is no Spring Dot, nothing will be there. It will be very easy for you. I mean, another after 5 minutes, I will tell you. I will teach you how to write that REST API code and all the thing. So it will be very easy, not like that. So that's what our normally developer will always prefer an REST API only. Okay. So I think I want to give enough time, because of we are getting the error. That will be challenge for me because of already I worked 10 times, and also you, whenever you getting the error or getting the error clearing in the online itself, it will be more interesting for you also how to clear the things. So that's what I worked so much of time, even if I am working some error. But anyhow, I have cleared. Okay. Last question is still now you understand or not? Because of if you are not understanding, it's no matter. I'm ready to give, but small code only. Only I have written two things. But second example is so much of time I spent. Whether you got it or not, that is the only response. Okay, so maybe it's a bit of when you're doing the practical, you may have some challenges, but I think you got the flow. You got the business logic. Okay, what is controller? What is a front controller? Yeah. So I hope you got the content. Okay, we have 12:16. So I mean 12:20 or 21. I will join with you. So I need this kind of passion for you. So we can complete. So we will go for other topic recipe. We can complete no matter. So okay, I will take some. I will give some 5 minutes. Is it okay for you guys, ma'am? Is it okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.